just, after the whole thing with the woman on my lap, yeah, I just kind of went to run. So that's pretty much what I did. How you going? I wanted to do a video and I wanted to just have like a chat. I'm having breakfast in my car. I think it's like 11:30. I've been to church this morning. It's Good Friday, and yeah, it was a really nice service, but I haven't eaten much today. I actually went out to a party last night, and just gonna have my coffee if you don't mind. Yeah, I just can't wait for coffee. Oh man, that's the bomb. Oh, that's great. I just wanted to say hi, how you going, and fill you in on what's been happening, which sounds a little bit weird actually, and just drink my coffee and have breakfast on the side of a road where people are probably in their houses looking at me at their front windows going, why is she talking to herself? To work Thursday, went to church. That's right, I went to church. I went to the Maundy Thursday service, and if you guys don't know what that is, it's like a Christian service, which is kind of representing, or like the lead up to Jesus dying on the cross, I believe, or it could be the day that he, represent the day that he did die on the cross. I'm not 100% sure. I should know this, but just currently I'm not sure. But yeah, it was a really cool service. I went to the little church, the one that they wanted me to go back to again, and that was really cool. Actually, they had this new pastor there, and he kind of did, I don't know, like his sermon was a little bit interesting, I guess. Like he was just focusing on the fact that Jesus was saying, this is my body and my blood, and he just wanted to emphasize that the is part in that sentence, like this is my body, this is my blood. And I just kind of thought there were a lot of other things that were probably more important to focus on than just the word is. But anyway, that was his deal. I got this jumbo size, man. I was just like, she was like, what size do you want? I was like, okay, do I do the small or do I do the large? Like, there was a medium one there, and I normally do medium, but man, I was just like, hit me up, because last night I got home from the party, I think it was 2, and then I couldn't sleep, so then I was just sitting there, and I was just like, when you can't sleep, and you want to do something to help you sleep or just to kind of chill you out. And I actually thought, all right, I got my laptop set. I was in bed and I got my laptop set up, and I was going to write, because I thought, I've got scenes that I need to write. And I was really like, yeah, come on. But like, I'd been drinking vodka, and actually the night went really well. It was really nice up until we got up to go, and it was just like a house party thing, and yeah, we got up to go, and Lorena's like the hug person, right? And everybody normally is the hug person, and so she starts hugging people, and then they look at me, and I'm not a hug person. I'll shake your hand. I'm quite happy to shake your hand, but I don't want to be like smothered and like with all your human. So I'm like, just back off, like, and I don't say back off, I just say, I'll just shake your hand if that's okay. And because, most of the people were drunk, yeah, it kind of didn't go that way. They were just like, oh, come on, man, you need to feel the love, you need a hug. And like, literally, she's not a big girl. I wouldn't say she's a big girl, but she's obviously, she's got more body mass than me, I would say. There was actually 2 of them, and they were both a lot bigger than I am. And they just literally, it was just like smack in the face, and they were just all over me. And there was literally like breast and thing and arm and armpit and and just everything. And it was all like, oh, come on, man, you need to hug. And, you know, and I feel really, it was really awkward because like I was kind of smished up, and like I knew, I was very aware that I was like touching them inappropriately, but not by, you know, I didn't opt to do that. That wasn't what I wanted to do. It was just kind of enforced. Because I had my hand here and I was just kind of like this. I was just like, oh no, it's okay. I don't want it. And then like breast happened, and yes, so that was quite uncomfortable. And, yes, I think they just kind of like, yeah, I don't know what the word would be, clenched. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it was a little bit extreme, and I was just literally just standing there going, okay. And Lorena's just standing there like, oh man, I'm sorry. And I'm like, come on. Anyway, yeah, that was pretty full on actually. And then afterwards I just wanted to go like run away before like they savaged me, but I didn't make it. I like once they let go of me and there was, you know, I had space, I could move. I got on a chair because I thought, okay, if I sit down in a chair against the wall, then while Lorena's doing her, oh, goodbye, you know, I'll see you here, we'll do this, we'll do that, catch up with you at this time, blah, blah, blah. I'm sitting in the chair. I'm like, okay, if I'm sitting in a chair, there's no possible way that, you know, I can be like, I'm going to say manhandled by women. But that didn't kind of stop them. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know if they thought, by hugging me intensely that I was just gonna suddenly just stop, you know, not enjoying to be touched. I don't know what that was, but, anyway, so they thought, so the girl, like the heaviest girl, who was wearing a very, very short dress, like the whole night she had to keep like pulling it down because it was just so short that if she, I don't know, even bent down a little bit, it's like, oh, hello. So she was there, wearing that thing, and, I'm sitting on my chair, and then the other girl's like, oh man, you need to hug her again. She obviously needs another hug or something like that. And I just said, no, it's cool. You know, I'm fine. I'm just chilling. And she, just jumped, pretty much just jumped on me. Yeah, so I guess I could say I was straddled, and, yes, it was kind of like she was there and the breast thing was here, and it was just intense. And Lorena was standing there and she's just like, oh my God. And I did not know what to do. What can you do? I guess you just have to laugh that off. Yeah, and then, I don't know, people were taking photos or recording. I'm not sure. I haven't been on Facebook this morning, and I'm a little bit frightened too, because that is going to be really ugly, because it's going to look pretty bad. Kind of like I'm going to be looking like I'm getting raped or something, and she's going to look half naked. Yes, so that's just great. That was last night. Lovely way to end the evening. It was really a nice party, and the vodka was fantastic. It was really nice and great. And then that happened. And also, like, the house had a really beautiful view, because it was like, I think it was up on the 4th floor, and you've got like the ocean and the hills and everything, like at the back of the house, and at the back of the house is just like floor to ceiling windows, and you could just stand there and look out, and it was just, because it was night time, it was just really pretty. Like, there was lots of little lights, different color lights, and then you had like the ocean and the moon on the ocean. It was really, really pretty, and the people were great. Yeah, so that was interesting. Yes. Yeah, so this morning I got up around 9 and then went into church again for the Good Friday service, which started at 10. Excuse me. And yeah, that was a really nice service. I actually didn't go to the little church today. I wanted to go to the, like, what I would call the real deal church for that. And yeah, it was beautiful. Like the choir, yeah, it's really nice. The music and the whole thing, and like the altar at the front, it's all stripped. So there's just literally just this wooden table, more or less. You know, obviously a very nice wooden table, but you know, it's just like this wooden table, and the cross is all covered like with black kind of cloths and everything, and all the crosses in the church are all covered over. And it's so, like, for me, I'm like a theatrical person, and I kind of really appreciate that stuff. I don't know, it just kind of brings an emphasis and the atmosphere and everything. So you walk in there and everybody's, you know, obviously more or less pretty normal, but like the whole scene, it's just like, oh wow, you know, like, wow, where am I? Like, you're stepping into this thing, and it's nice. It was really, really packed. I was actually late. I think I was late by 15 minutes. So I unfortunately missed like the beginning of the service, which would have been cool because, like, generally with churches, the beginning words or the beginning statements of that service is kind of what sets the tone for the entire service. So oh man, seriously needed that coffee. Seriously needed that. Yes, but anyway, so I managed to squeeze in a little aisle, and there was like this old dude who had a really bad singing voice, and then this young chick, she was probably about my age, but I don't know, obviously straight. I mean, most of the chicks at church are straight, obviously, and I don't know, like, obviously I kind of stand out going, oh, well, that's the gay one. And I don't care, like, a lot of people, you know, they'll say hi and stuff like that, but they generally don't come over to you and start like the general conversation. But the pastor's always nice then. He always shakes my hand, and he's always like, oh, good to see you, Catherine. So, that for me, it's nice to feel like I am a human, and I'm coming to this service because I am a Christian, and thank you for respecting that. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of Christians really struggle that whole gay thing, and look, I'm gonna leave it up to them. It's their own personal thing. I'm personally fine with it. If they get offended by it, then that's not my problem. I don't feel that it's personally up to me to be like, oh, well, you should be fine with me being, gay and going to church. I don't feel that that's anything to do with me. It's totally their personal thing that they need to deal with, and they obviously will at some point in their life. And I don't mind if it's not in my favor. That's fine, yeah. Whatever the world says, this is what is right, you have the option to say, actually, I think you're wrong and I'm right. You can say that, just because the world is like, yeah, this is right. Totally, you can say, no, this is wrong. And like this magazine, I got this magazine. I'm going to check it out over my breakfast when I get home. Like the first thing I see, I pick it up, and, first thing I saw was this chick. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll look at that. And and then I turn it over and I see like the horse racing thing. And I'm just like, oh God, animals are not entertainment. You don't use animals for entertainment. Full stop. So, that kind of thing bothers me. Admittedly, it is a beautiful horse, and it's got some amazing gear, which would have cost a nice penny anyway. Speaking of things, I got a nice message in my car, on my car window screen. I'll show it to you guys. So yeah, could have got my car towed, but I don't know why, because I do not ever block people's driveways, and it's very, very doubtful that I did block his driveway, so I don't understand that. But I almost feel like getting like a little bunch of like flowers and knocking on his door. Because I know the house where, you know, obviously I parked my car that day. And just like knock on the door and be like, oh, hello, you know, I blocked your driveway and blocked your driveway. And I just want to give you some flowers and let's be friends. Let's go have coffee. Ah, that'd be cool. Yeah, plans for today or the afternoon, I have no idea. I think Lorena's actually going to be talking to her family today because, and I'd like to talk to them too because her youngest sister, Sophia, she has been studying in uni to become a chef, and she just had her major exam. She had to create her own recipes and things, and she had, like, with all the knowledge that she had learnt, you know, throughout that university course, which she did, and I think she went for a Greek theme. And it looked amazing. They sent us photos overnight. I think her exam was around 3 a.m. our time. So they sent us photos and it just looked absolutely amazing. Her family, Lorena's family, is the total opposite of mine. Like my family, we're all scattered. We never talk. We're not close. We don't really even know each other personally, like in a lot of ways. But her family is the total opposite. They're really close-knit and they're really, really loving. And they just want to, like, you know, I would say, like, grab everybody and just be like, we love you kind of thing. And, yeah, that's going to be interesting for me because I'll be like, no, here's the line. You can stay there, I'll stay here. No, really. But they're actually, like, her mum is probably the only person that I would actually really like to hug because she is just hands down one of the coolest chicks or ladies. Yes, ladies that I know. And I see her, she's just got this great smile and this loving eyes and just her whole energy and everything. It's just really nice. So yeah, and even though she doesn't understand English and I don't understand Spanish, we have this really great sort of bond or this really natural just kind of connection. And I don't know, I think she's happy that I'm dating her daughter. I hope so. Sophia, now that her exam is finished, I think she's been doing a lot of crying, apparently. Lorena said that she's been crying a lot. So I want to, like, talk to her and be like, come on, man, it's all cool. You don't have to be upset. But I think it's, like, happy tears. So that's really awesome. And her family were there and they were all there, like, supporting her throughout that exam. And man, I think she cooked some amazing, amazing food. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment if you'd like to. Have a happy Easter. Eat lots and lots of chocolate. Get your chocolate stash ready for Sunday. And then just bust into that on Sunday morning. Like literally just jump out of bed and just like, ah, that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be awesome. And yes, God bless, guys. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya. Bye.